Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Craig, your ketovore hiker, and yes, I am back. Took a little bit of time from Christmas and through the holidays to I'm trying to reinvent this channel a little bit. I'm going to probably focus more on some of the recipes and things I've found recently through YouTube and Facebook and things like that I'm using for the keto, low carb lifestyle that I'm finding. I needed to kind of change things up a little bit. I am still hiking, or will be. Weather in January here in Minnesota was not very conducive to getting out and hiking much, or even walking, with lows, around -30 and some daytime highs around -15. Just not fun to get out and hike in that. I did take Winnie for a walk this morning. It was about 22 degrees when we went out. It was actually kind of nice. Went for a little over a mile or so, and you could probably hear Winnie clicking around in the background, hear her claws on the floor. So we're going to be getting out a lot more. This week is supposed to be just really fabulous, temperature-wise here in Minnesota. If you don't live up here, for us, temperatures in the 30s and 40s are pretty nice coming out of winter. So anyway, I wanted to show you real quick one of the recipes that I found. It's a 2-ingredient recipe. I found it on YouTube through another YouTube group, or influencer, I should say. And I wanted to try it. I've tried it actually several times. It's worked every single time. And it's something real quick, easy for breakfast. If you're wanting to have coffee, if you're kind of in a rush in the mornings, all you need is 2 ingredients and your microwave. That's it. So one of the ingredients is an egg. So I'm going to crack that into my bowl here. Can't see my bowl, but I've got my egg in the bowl. The other ingredient is something you probably wouldn't think about, and maybe some of you have: mayonnaise. When I first saw this, I was kind of like, mayonnaise with eggs. But when you think about it, you do deviled eggs, you do egg salad sandwiches. A lot of people put mayonnaise or whatever in that. So it's like, all right, we'll give this a try. So the recipe I found online actually calls for 1 egg and a tablespoon of mayo. You can use whatever mayo you want. I like Duke's, and that I like the taste of it. But it says one egg to 1 tablespoon. I'm just putting a good sized dollop in my bowl with my egg here. Throw it in there, and then I'm going to take a little whisk, and I'm going to whisk this up just really quick, till it gets kind of smooth and creamy. Should take you about 30 seconds or so to get it there. And with this too, once it's done in the microwave, you can put whatever kind of toppings you want on it. If you just want salt and pepper, you can do that. Little hot sauce, little crumbled up bacon, sprinkle of cheese, whatever you want to do with this, you certainly can. Eat it plain. This morning I did it with a little, they call it sambal, but it's an Asian chili paste. Put a little dollop on that. But that's kind of how it should look when you get it done, whisking it up. Now I'm just going to go over in the microwave, and for this, I'm just going to put it in my microwave for about 45 seconds. And then let it go. And we're going to do that. I'm going to grab a fork here, and pretty quick, we will have a nice, tasty, fast little breakfast. And you can do this with 2 eggs as well. Just add a little bit more mayo to it. And turns out the same. I've done it with 2 eggs. I've done it with 1. Most of the time I just do it with 1, but a couple times I've done it with 2. Turns out the same. You just you need to add a little bit more time if you're doing 2 eggs. So instead of about 45 seconds, maybe about 55 seconds. Depends on your microwave as well. So I've got about 5 seconds left on this, and we'll be done. Here we go. Now be careful because it will be kind of warm. And this is what it will look like when it comes out. Okay. It really looks kind of nice and fluffy. I'm just going to get a little bit of, where's my salt? Right over here. I'm just going to grab my little thing of salt that I have. I'm going to put a little bit on there. That's about it. And then I'm going to try this. And so when you do that, like I said, this is going to be hot coming out. So just be careful. But you can see, I don't know if you can see in the bowl there, this actually comes out really nice and fluffy. Okay. And light, surprisingly light. I mean, that's really good. And you don't taste the mayo. At least I don't. Some of you that may have mayo aversions might, but you don't taste it. You know, I mean, look at that. Look at how fluffy that is. And that's one egg with a dollop of mayo in it. You know, something really quick, easy. Talking about low carbs, you know, this Duke's that I use actually has 0 carbs in it. So it's a good mayo to use. You can use whatever you'd like. But again, if you're looking for something quick and easy in the morning before you go to work or whatever, or if you work a night shift and come home and you're a little hungry, whip one of these up, have your coffee or whatever, and go about your day. So I'm going to do some more things like this here soon. I have a buffalo chicken dip recipe that I found. 4 ingredients, 5 if you include some green onion or whatever, parsley. But I'm going to show you how that's done. And one of the ingredients is something you probably wouldn't think of putting in something like that. So anyway, it is Super Bowl Sunday today too. I'm actually going to be leaving here in a little while. I'm playing in a cribbage tournament this afternoon at an establishment. If any of you are nearby in near Pine River today, stop at the dam site watering hole around 2 o'clock. That's the cribbage tournament. A friend of mine, theater friend of mine, owns that place, and she's putting on this tournament. Started last week, so we're hoping to get a few more people in there today. Also, my wife and I are starting to get ready. You know, you see I'm wearing a Mammoth March shirt today. We've got 2 of them coming up this year, one in June over in Wisconsin, late June, and then the other one is October, the one here in Minnesota over at the St. Croix State Park. So we got to kind of start getting out and doing some walking, doing some hiking, and kind of getting in shape for that. And, you know, just some other things going on. So anyway, enjoy the Super Bowl today. You know, me personally, kind of hoping for Sam Darnold and the Seahawks to give it to the Patriots. So just to kind of shove it in the Vikings' face for getting rid of him. And everybody take care and get outside. The weather's getting nice. And I'm going to leave this as I have before. Lace up your boots and hike on. All right, everyone have a great day. Happy Super Bowl.